Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we're going to review Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. I picked up a physical copy. I imported it, and guess what? The game is entirely in Japanese. Brr, brr, brr. Epic fail on my part, but guess what? It still works because of the region-free ability on the Nintendo Switch, and the game was actually pretty easy to figure out. Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 takes the formula of the Dynasty Warrior series and applies it to the popular Dragon Quest series by Square Enix. Dragon Quest is actually one of the oldest JRPG series, dating all the way back to 1986. Holy shit, that is old. Dragon Quest Heroes takes place in the land of Alba. Jessica Alba? I'll stop. Alba is a kingdom where human and monsters live together in paradise. This lasts until a mysterious cloud of darkness sweeps over the land from some weird hooded dude that causes the monsters to betray humans. You begin the game by choosing between two main characters, one male and one female. Now, I'm not sure if the two main characters are unique to Dragon Quest Heroes or not. To be honest, I haven't really played much of any Dragon Quest series. Just like all the other spin-off Warriors titles, Dragon Quest Heroes takes characters and enemies from across the entire Dragon Quest series. Each character comes with their own unique weapon. You could swap out between characters at will while in battle, which is a nice feature. You also have to assemble them into a party of 4 characters, with 3 of them being controlled by the computer. You fight monsters in a variety of areas, and you track down new party members between each battle. And it's always fun to see these fan-favorite characters from previous Dragon Quest games pop up in these cutscenes. The basic mechanics of Dragon Quest Heroes are just like Dynasty Warriors games. If you've played a Dynasty Warrior game, like Warriors Orochi or Hyrule Warriors or anything like around those lines, then you're going to be okay playing this game. You have 2 attack buttons, one for heavy attacks and one for light. They can be strung together to make combos. Your attacks fill up a meter, and once that's full, your character can pull off some super powerful moves that can wipe out any opposing army in seconds. Seriously, these will make your character go Super Saiyan. If you import it, you don't necessarily need the Japanese. You can look up PS4 footage from that port and kind of use it as a walkthrough when you're buying items and upgrading your stuff and all of that, because there's a whole bunch of RPG mechanics here. Weapon upgrades, upgrading with alchemy, character stuff. I don't even know the fucking terminologies here, guys. I'm perplexed. While there are a few levels that are pretty much hack and slash your way through the whole entire thing, kill every enemy, there are some that have you do objectives such as making sure an object doesn't get destroyed, protecting somebody and not letting them die, protecting certain areas of the map, things like that, like in all the other Dynasty Warrior games. There's also additional side quests and boss fights and other stuff to keep you busy. In battles, you'll find monster medals, which is a neat concept to Dragon Quest Heroes. Collecting a medal will allow you to deploy that certain enemy type that can defend those areas, and this actually comes in handy because they fight for you, and there's some pretty badass enemies that are in this game. Now let's move on to Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Honestly, there's not too much difference in the gameplay mechanics between Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, other than a graphical upgrade and some minor details that add a little bit of a variety and changes to the game. The 2 main characters are entirely new, but for the most part the gameplay is much like Part 1. I will say overall, Dragon Quest Heroes 2 feels much more bigger to me. Traveling on the map actually feels like an open world experience. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 does make you walk on foot to each new place you encounter on the map. And once you've been out to that place, you can activate a stone that allows you to fast travel there if you really want to. To add to the challenge, the monster coin gameplay mechanic has been changed just a tad. This time around, the drops don't happen as often, especially in certain areas, so you need to be picky and choosy about when you use them. Not to mention, Dragon Quest Heroes 2 is twice as hard, in my opinion, than Dragon Quest Heroes 1. Dragon Quest Heroes looks beautiful. The art design of Akira Toriyama shines amazingly in both Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. So, Dragon Quest Heroes, should you import it? If you're a big Dragon Quest fan, go for it. If you don't know how to read Japanese and you're not going to have patience for it, I don't know when the North American version's coming out. Last time I checked, there was no release date. So this is the only way you can play it outside of living in Japan or downloading it on the eShop. No English option. I got past it. I just played the game and figured it out and looked online. So I thought it was pretty cool. Comparably to the PS4 version, not that much graphical difference. Sure, there's a little bit of frame rate issues on the Switch, but it's not a bad game at all. I'm not really into Dragon Quest, but I figured it would be neat to check out a game kind of early since the region-free option's available. If it's your bag and you're wanting to check it out, it might be a little pricey to import it, but it's not a bad game. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see ya.